Start whenever you're ready.
You just gonna hold it? Is that good? You can't see this, right?
No.
All right.
A little bit loud too.
You want me to give my name and everything again too?
Yeah, it's Erik Paulsen. We're here in Washington this week.
Okay.
Earlier this week we had a teletown hall with seniors.
Okay. All right. Hi, this is Erik Paulsen. We're back in Washington this week after having a telephone town hall meeting with a lot of constituents. In fact, almost 15,000 constituents joined on a telephone town hall call that I had earlier this week. A lot of them were seniors. And I thought we'd start with that question this week because I heard from Cindy from Plymouth, Dan from Coon Rapids, and Carol from Mound, as well as Leonard from Greenfield, who are all asking questions related to in what areas will you help work to reduce fraud in Medicare. And I think this is actually an important question because waste, fraud, and abuse are definitely draining resources from hospitals, from patients, and the healthcare system. In fact, some estimates estimate that Medicaid and Medicare fraud cost about $60 billion per year. That's a lot of money, and it's something we should focus on. I'm actually sponsoring legislation that was suggested and recommended by the Inspector General for the Health and Human Services Department to give them more tools to tackle waste, fraud, and abuse. It'll be a bipartisan effort moving forward, and hopefully it'll bring forward some solutions. We also got a question on my Facebook wall this week from Dixie from Excelsior, who says, I have my own interior design business. However, my clients are subject to bank loans that are slow in coming. Architecture and construction is in the same boat. Any news on banking loans loosening up? Boy, I'm going to say, Dixie, this is one of the most common issues I hear about from the small business community is access to credit and the lack of access to credit. Ironically, we're actually dealing with some bills this week on the House floor that are passing with bipartisan support that will give entrepreneurs more access to resources to fund their business operations. But the bottom line is, there's a lot of regulations that have really impeded the ability of small community and Main Street banks to get that capital to small businesses like yours or others that deal with the small business community. And I heard from small community banks in the western suburbs that have regulators in their office on a regular basis, not for a couple of days, but for nearly a month. And that's taxing on them. And so freezing these regulations, making sure that we're protecting our community banks, I think is critical to helping revive our economy. I want to thank you for joining in this week as part of answering our questions. If you have a question for myself, don't hesitate to email, post it on Twitter, post it on Facebook. Stay in touch and visit my website anytime at paulsen.house.gov.